Hi everyone, I'm Mairead Lavery and I'm the Chair of the Canadian Economic Advisory Council for Northern Ireland. I'm originally from Northern Ireland, which I find is very important. And I guess I left 26 years ago. I started my career in EY in Belfast, then moved with Bombardier to Montreal, and I actually never went back. And that started my career in Canada, working for an international company. Great experiences, and decided to continue my career in Canada with Export Development Canada. I retired last year in 2025 and very happy to be helping this council. I really am excited to work with the diaspora that's represented in the council. We can use our background both in Northern Ireland and here in Canada to help both countries, to actually help find the win-win in the solution to trade and investment, and to bring our experience to use in Northern Ireland, to be of value to Northern Ireland companies. I think the council's going to bring that. They're going to bring experience in different areas, in financing, in culture, in business, in academia. And that's a great sounding board when you can bring all those skills together for the benefit of Northern Irish companies. There's so much disruption at the moment, and I think that's an incredible opportunity for both Canadian companies and Northern Irish companies. When there's so much change and disruption, there is always opportunity. Represents opportunity for Northern Irish companies to get into Canadian supply chains that are diversifying. And it also offers opportunities for Canadian companies that are thinking of diversifying into the UK, into Europe. And what do they want to do with their trade and investment? Because they need to diversify as well. So in that, there's a lot more openness to trade with different partners, to invest with different partners. And I think that's what we can actually sort of seize the moment, both here and on the European continent. Connecting with the Northern Ireland diaspora in Canada is actually really easy to do because we're all expatriates and we're all very interested in our homeland and what's going on, both in terms of politics, culture, business. So there's lots of different associations, whether you're in Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, Vancouver, Calgary, you see the community come alive and you see the community out to participate in different events. So it's actually really easy. Sometimes it can be a small community as well because we bump into each other at all these different events, but it's actually a great community. When I think about Northern Ireland and I think about what I miss, so first off, I've got to put family and friends first at that top category. In terms of culture, it's actually how people interact with each other. The humor is incredibly sarcastic, and sometimes you use it here and people don't quite understand where you're coming from. So it's nice to be home and immediately be berated by your family or in a very humorous way. It's also super nice to see Northern Ireland on the world stage, and last year with the golf is just one example of an event. But when you can point to people from Northern Ireland, places in Northern Ireland, movies that were made in Northern Ireland, I think it fills us with pride to actually say that's where we're from. Having just finished a career of 35 years, I guess my mind goes really into a business context. And I think about the values and I think about what I see in Northern Ireland. And we're very much shaped by resilience that we have in Northern Ireland. We've all lived through difficult times, politically, economically, and it's shaped who we are. We don't give up. We don't lie down and take it. We actually find ways around things. We try to develop situations. That's huge resilience, and that's something that I think I've brought in my career, and I hope that we can learn from Northern Ireland, that we're not shaped by our past, but we're actually trying to shape our future, and in that we bring a lot of resilience to the table.